Thanks for tuning back in. I'm Tommy Campbell, still bald, still in my basement, and still trying to convince my dog the fireworks are over and he can come out from under the couch. Let's go. Come on. This has been quite the wild week packed with hilarity, including a baggie of white powder at the White House that seems to be giving us a third Knives Out movie. 2 billionaires are fighting over social networks while Mike Lindell is just trying to make his work. And Don Jr.'s forced to unpack his new Blundstones and Lucky Straw, the savage tweets from Australia's Home Affairs Minister that hit him hard, and more. But first, this.
And I won't go as so far to call it a sham, but I will. I'll call it a sham. I'll call it corrupt. Call it whatever you want, Brandon, because it's just like this. If I take a pair of glasses and go, all right, is this a tie? Is this a tie? Do we all concur it's a tie? What we call a tie? And when you have 3 arbitrators go, no, I don't think that's a tie.
I love that he held up nothing, realized he had the empty hand, and then he needed a prop, so he switched it up to tie. Please, please, please put this guy on the stand. It is pouring MAGA tears. Get under the umbrella and hold your mugs out, have a laugh, join us in the comments as I rip through my take on the latest and stupid and more.
Kind of like a counter thing, because I filed against them, and they filed in court that I would, hold on, I'm losing the connection here. There we go. So I filed in court.
I think the connection to his brain was lost a long time ago. I do love seeing dollar store Max Headroom trying to keep it together while Tom Selleck's slow cousin attempts to use this incredibly complex app called Skype. After his Iowa campaign rally in Council Bluffs, Donald Trump hit up Dairy Queen where he struggled with the menu.
What the hell is a blizzard? Take care of the people, okay? Will you take care of them for me? I will do the blizzard thing.
How can you claim to be a man of the people when you don't even know what a blizzard is? Like, I can't drive past a Dairy Queen without my 5-year-old son asking for one. I dug around and found this photo from one of the times I was doing shows in the Middle East and hit up a Dairy Queen. They even have them there. I thought it was really neat. I wonder if Kushner ever got one when he was there taking bone saw money. It's not just that Trump grew up in an ivory tower with a butler bringing him ice cream in a gold bowl with a silver spoon. It's that he's so detached from reality and parenting that he's never even taken his kids to Dairy Queen for a frozen treat that's been around since 1985. Now, the next clip was totally inaudible, but thanks to my Soros technology, I've cleaned it up.
You're holding it upside down. Are you stupid? Okay, this is so cool. Take it. Totally pass these along. I need your help. I can't reach too far. I got a full diaper here, working with a full one. Okay, do you know Matt Gaetz? He loves the teens. Totally. Ivanka picture should come with these, because she's hot.
I've said it so many times. I would love to see this guy try and put an IKEA desk together, teach a dog how to sit, identify more than 2 countries on a map, change a tire, or do 1 push-up. 1. You cannot get less relatable than this sweet potato-headed dingleberry.
A bag of white powder was discovered at the White House, and it tested positive for the cocaine. We used an advanced feature to confirm the substance, and this feature was a $20 bill and Matt Gaetz' nose. Many are suggesting this has something to do with the president's son, but it was a 1 square inch Ziploc. I highly doubt Don Jr. would have a bag that small. You do not achieve 60-minute wild rants and convince yourself that Kimberly thing is hot when you're ingesting such a tiny quantity. It appears this was left by a visitor, and we are looking into the records and the tapes so we can get more. Can I get a bump?
Thank you. I see every tip that comes through, from pennies to dollars. They are hugely appreciated and help make this show possible. If you love what I do here and you can afford to help out, throw me a buck with the PayPal link in the pinned comment or drop me a super thanks. Thanks so much for watching my video on Don Jr. It amplified awareness about his visit that was canceled for the best reason ever. Not enough wanted to see him. When way more people are saying stay out than come in, take it as a sign. Australia's Home Affairs Minister Clare O'Neil gave Don Jr. a smackdown, tweeting, Geez, Donald Trump Jr. is a bit of a sore loser. His dad lost an election fair and square, but he says it was stolen. Now, Don Jr. claimed he had sold 8,000 tickets to his events in Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane before they were abruptly canceled due to a delay in his visa application to enter Australia, prompting Clare to follow up with this. Donald Trump Jr. has been given a visa to come to Australia. He didn't get canceled. He's just a big baby who isn't very popular. Yes, he tried to blame the Australian government for his poor ticket sales and his canceled tour. Congratulations, Australia. We love you.
Oh, he's craving to. I mean, Californians want him out of California, but we don't want him to do the same damage to our country.
Yeah, he's a disaster. George Santos, are you a part of his re-election campaign?
No, I am not.
Right.
No, he shouldn't run for re-election.
Have you done anything for that seat to try to get a Republican in there?
Oh, we're gonna keep that seat with another Republican. Yes, we are.
All right.
McCarthy is laughing at George Santos Goldbergstein here. Laughing. And he knew damn well that Santos was a joke from day one, but he needed that vote to become speaker, and Kevin looked the other way harder than GYM Jordan. It's crazy how Kevin's fine with Santos being in Congress right now, but doesn't think he should have another go. Just get rid of him. Also, 54% of California voters view Gavin Newsom favorably. He beat the recall. And if you haven't seen him eat Hannity for breakfast, here's a taste.
Question.
I'm answering the ones in order. You brought up the economy. On the economy, let's talk about the economy.
You want to give him an A?
Inflation, stubborn around the globe. Let's talk about inflation. It's down 40% since last summer, 10 months in a row, 4.9%. He was just with the UK Prime Minister at 6.9%. Is that because of Biden's
I think
Fed
Biden's
policy?
Economic and energy policies
Directly impacted the UK's inflation?
No, I am
Or the
telling
fact that France is 5.5% or Germany's at 6.1%? On inflation, we're moving in the right direction. On the issue of the border security,
he inherited 1.4% inflation. It went up to 40-year high after 40-year high.
Globally, because you just brought up, you were making an excuse for Trump's dismal jobs record related to COVID.
It wasn't a
but you
dismal
won't acknowledge
jobs record.
COVID's relationship to inflation globally. And by the way, COVID and immigration impacting our inflation.
Let me stop you. All right, so...
Let me stop you. I'm totally embarrassed. Hannity didn't know it hit him, and it's great. Mike Lindell's co-host's solo efforts continue to flop as hard as the Flash, and he now rants against AI pastors, and well, you'll see.
Forget learning from the Holy Spirit working through an actual human being. Now you can be taught by a soulless, pre-programmed AI with a massive bias and no spiritual understanding of the Word of God.
And you have no real understanding of how to spell the word artificial. You left that graphic on the screen for like a 7-minute segment, which I didn't make you suffer through. The entire time it was there. Okay, here's a bit of it, and fast forward to prove I'm not making that up.
Alex here, still in the bunker with Marjorie again. Good dude. It was a decent 4th of July in the bunker with my #1 patriot. We pretty much funneled non-woke beer, listened to Ted Nugent on repeat between firing up the charcoal grill for hamburgers, and as an ode to our great real president, we hit the driveway of the official off-the-grid Freedom Compound using the garage door as a temporary White House wall to pelt with hamburgers. Or is it hamburgers? I don't know. I'm just telling you that leather-faced lady has quite the arm on her. She totally obliterated a 2-patty fully loaded medium rare hunk of seared ground beef in a split second. We didn't care about the burgers because we weren't eating them because we had a Coney Island hot dog eating contest going on, facing off Lincoln Hawk style. Marjorie turned that MAGA hat backwards and started sliding all beef dogs into her Georgia gremlin gullet, using a squirt bottle of mail to help them go down to her beast belly while I did my best to get the wieners in my mouth. You do not know what it's like when you've ingested so much tubular food and you and your competitor suddenly suffer a wave of meat sweats, okay? A wave. We started ripping off our no-fear tank tops to cool down, and between bites of my sodium bombs, I reminded Marjorie I do understand that the Hebrew national Franks were likely laced with space lasers by the Soros-Trudeau Panda Express globalist overlords, and we are sweating like Lindsey Graham at a Trump rally. But as the clothes come off, you have to have some decency, because if I'm exposed to a microdot of those twisted toes that look like a tangled sun-bleached garden hose that someone found behind an abandoned wood shack off the 36, we are talking a mismatched set with nails so gnarly J.R.R. Tolkien's estate is going to want a royalty for those reanimated deli offcuts. Marjorie Mortadella meat stump chunderbucket turning my face green at the thought of those, and if I catch sight, I will stand by me all over this driveway. Brr. Because what is the rule, MTG?
The socks stay on.
The socks stay on.
Meta launched a Twitter rival called Threads that saw 70 million signups in the first 48 hours. It's not going great when the top trend on a social media platform is about the new one that everyone's jumping ship to escape the right-wing dumpster fire. I'm on there. My profile is connected to Instagram, as are everyone's. So you can just tap the link and it will take you to the Threads account, which is really nice. It makes things simple. And if you don't have one, it'll generate an account. It's really easy. The platform is new, so I haven't had time to make many threads, but here's one that you might enjoy. Amazing! Zuckerberg hasn't shown up to change the rules, impose a view limit, chime in on a senior getting hammer attacked, share anti-vax memes, wank MAGA, and hype crypto bros. Now, the far right are even claiming that the Threads logo, which is clearly the @ sign unraveling like a thread, is the number of the beast. There are multiple tweets about this logo. Mental. Don Jr. is pouring MAGA tears over Threads since he opened an account, and anyone trying to follow him gets this warning that he's known to spread misinformation. See, we're off to a great start. It will be interesting to see how this all plays out, and if you do sign up, be sure to add me on Instagram and Threads at Mr. Tommy Campbell. We're just trying to get a head start on things to make it the nicest place possible. Free speech lefty, you are just subjective, so stop being a wanker and accept it. MAGA tears. I think we can all agree that you're not even a little bit funny. Don't quit your day job. MAGA tears. I am an Australian. Also, Biden's son is the one that is corrupt. Eat that up. MAGA tears. Oh, little Tommy, you're not paying attention to what is really happening. Tisk tisk. MAGA tears. Thanks so much for watching. Help me out by joining us in the comments, sharing this video with a friend, and following me on social media. I am a one-man show here, from script to screen, the editing, even the graphics. Please throw me a tip with the easy PayPal link, or hit that super thanks button, and be sure to check out my mugs that go great with those MAGA tears. I am a stand-up comedian. I've played in 35 countries, and I've toured with Jim Jeffries for nearly 10 years. I have 3 albums and a brand new EP from my opening set on Jim's latest Netflix special. You can stream these on Spotify, Apple Music, or catch them on SiriusXM. Thanks for helping me make this show possible. Life's short. Be cool, be kind, take care.